Whatever you are, be a good one. 2. Those who deny freedom to others deserve it not for themselves. 3. I am a firm believer in the people. If given the truth, they can be depended upon to meet any national crisis. 4. Character is like a tree and reputation like its shadow. The shadow is what we think of it. The tree is the real thing. 5. The best way to predict your future is to create it. 6. Nearly all men can stand adversity, but if you want to test a man's character, give him power. 7. You cannot escape the responsibility of tomorrow by evading it today. 8. Always bear in mind that your own resolution to succeed is more important than any other one thing. 9. I don't like that man. I must get to know him better. 10. Better to remain silent and be thought a fool than to speak out and remove all doubt. 11. In the end, it's not the years in your life that count, it's the life in your years. 12. Give me 6 hours to chop down a tree, and I will spend the first 4 sharpening the axe. 13. Determine that the thing can and shall be done, and then we shall find the way. 14. A house divided against itself cannot stand. 15. With malice toward none, with charity for all. 16. Government of the people, by the people, for the people, shall not perish from the earth. 17. I destroy my enemies when I make them my friends. 18. Most folks are about as happy as they make up their minds to be. 19. The philosophy of the schoolroom in one generation will be the philosophy of government in the next. 20. No man has a good enough memory to be a successful liar. 21. Let us have faith that right makes might, and in that faith, let us, to the end, dare to do our duty as we understand it. 22. I am not bound to win, but I am bound to be true. 23. Discipline is choosing between what you want now and what you want most. 24. It is not the years in your life, but the life in your years that counts. 25. Folks are usually about as happy as they make their minds up to be. 26. Democracy is the government of the people, by the people, for the people. 27. I'm a slow walker, but I never walk back. 28. Books serve to show a man that those original thoughts of his aren't very new after all. 29. The struggle of today is not altogether for today, it is for a vast future also. 30. You can fool all the people some of the time, and some of the people all the time, but you cannot fool all the people all the time. 31. To ensure peace of mind, ignore the rules and regulations of others. 32. The probability that we may fail in the struggle ought not to deter us from the support of a cause we believe to be just. 33. I am not bound to win, but I am bound to be true. I am not bound to succeed, but I am bound to live up to what light I have. 34. Public sentiment is everything. With public sentiment, nothing can fail. Without it, nothing can succeed. 35. If I were to try to read, much less answer, all the attacks made on me, this shop might as well be closed for any other business. 36. Important principles may and must be flexible. 37. I like to see a man proud of the place in which he lives. I like to see a man live so that his place will be proud of him. 38. It is difficult to make a man miserable while he feels worthy of himself and claims kindred to the great God who made him. 39. I claim not to have controlled events, but confess plainly that events have controlled me. 40. The dogmas of the quiet past are inadequate to the stormy present. 41. Achievement has no color. 42. Commitment is what transforms a promise into reality. 43. I like to see a man proud of the place in which he lives. 44. No man is poor who has a godly mother. 45. Die when I may, I want it said of me by those who knew me best, that I always plucked a thistle and planted a flower where I thought a flower would grow. 46. If I were two-faced, would I be wearing this one? 47. That some achieve great success is proof to all that others can achieve it as well. 48. 7 years ago, our fathers brought forth on this continent a new nation. 49. As I would not be a slave, so I would not be a master. 50. Human nature will not change. 51. Whenever I hear anyone arguing for slavery, I feel a strong impulse to see it tried on him personally. 52. The way for a young man to rise is to improve himself every way he can. 53. Stand with anybody that stands right, stand with him while he is right, and part with him when he goes wrong. 54. I have always found that mercy bears richer fruits than strict justice. 55. You have to do your own growing no matter how tall your grandfather was. 56. I would rather be a little nobody than to be an evil somebody. 57. Sympathy is a supporting virtue and constitutes an important element of true nobility of character. 58. I never had a policy. I have just tried to do my very best each and every day. 59. Marriage is neither heaven nor hell, it is simply purgatory. 60. The occasion is piled high with difficulty, and we must rise with the occasion. 61. We can complain because rose bushes have thorns, or rejoice because thorn bushes have roses. 62. I am glad to know that I am neither wise nor good enough to succeed. 63. There are no accidents in my philosophy. Every effect must have its cause. 64. It is not the critic who counts. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena. 65. What kills a skunk is the publicity it gives itself. 66. Kindness is the only service that will stand the storm of life and not wash out. 67. The way to get things done is not to mind who gets the credit for doing them. 68. I would like to be able to say that I have always given much time to religious contemplation. 69. No man is good enough to govern another man without that other's consent. 70. Force is all-conquering, but its victories are short-lived. 71. A friend is one who has the same enemies as you have. 72. Truth is generally the best vindication against slander. 73. I do the very best I know how, the very best I can, and I mean to keep on doing so until the end. 74. This too shall pass. 75. Common-looking people are the best in the world. That is the reason the Lord makes so many of them. 76. The ballot is stronger than the bullet. 77. Peace between employer and employee, when properly regulated, is essential to a country's happiness. 78. There is nothing stable in the world. Upheaval is the order of the day. 79. It is not best that we use our army to hold the territory we have taken in a war. 80. Never let a fool kiss you or a kiss fool you. 81. I hope I am not too poor to imitate the example of my Savior. 82. Beware of rashness, but with energy and sleepless vigilance go forward and give us victories. 83. A capacity and taste for reading gives access to whatever has already been discovered by others. 84. Adhere to your purpose and you will soon feel as well as you ever did. 85. In great contests, each party claims to act in accordance with the will of God. 86. The severest test of a man's character is power. 87. Emancipation is not the destruction of liberty, but its enlargement. 88. I am rather inclined to silence, and whether that be wise or not, it is at least more unusual nowadays to find a man who can hold his tongue. 89. I like to see people enjoying themselves, and I never say anything to spoil their fun. 90. Human action can be modified to some extent, but human nature cannot be changed. 91. When you have got an elephant by the hind legs, and he is trying to run away, it's best to let him run. 92. It's not the years in your life that count, it's the life in your years. 93. I care not for a man's religion whose dog and cat are not the better for it. 94. I know there is a God, and that he hates injustice. I see the storm coming, and I know his hand is in it. 95. The best thing about the future is that it comes one day at a time. 96. If you once forfeit the confidence of your fellow citizens, you can never regain their respect and esteem. 97. That which is not true is not law. 98. Genius is rare, courage is rarer, but the rarest of all is the courage to follow one's own genius. 99. Every man is proud of what he does well, and no man is proud of what he does not do well. 100. A lawyer's time and advice are his stock in trade.